Hey everyone, I'm Leslie Borey, the leader of the Labor First Party. I'm going to read you a letter from a political prisoner. I was a political prisoner myself for 23 months at Maplehurst for standing up against the COVID vaccine massacre. All right, here we go. It says, letter number 2, 25th of January 2026. Dear Brother Leslie, thank you for your letters 3 and 4, which both arrived in my cell on 22 January 26, number 3 from 5 December in 7 weeks, and number 4 from 5th January in a record-breaking 18 days. Hallelujah. Things are moving and accelerating as expected. We at FTJ are the winning team. I could write an entire book just about my visit at this college. FTJ.com is a new video sharing platform, and it's uncensored for the most part, and it comes out of America, right? So basically they've got the right to free speech still for a limited time only. The enemy is trying to push to have that shut down. All right, and Alfred says, I could write an entire book just about my visit at this college. Now that college talk came from a fellow named Giuseppe Vaffanculo, who had an uncle who went to prison. Now, when he was a young child, his parents didn't want to tell him that his uncle was in jail. So they said that his uncle was in college. And then from that story came this little joke that we talk about, that we call jail college now. And so if I have to go back to jail, we're saying I'll go back to college, right? Because the enemy wants to put me in jail for 7 years, the balance of 7 years. I've already served 3 years worth of time for trying to stop a vaccine massacre in Canada, or to prevent any more murders from happening and to bring these people to justice. All right, so I might have to go to college myself again. Hopefully I don't have to go. I'd rather be a free man. All right, so, but to keep it short, I'll cover one subject that is in micro what we are seeing in macro with our civilization. Since the mail service is like in the Middle Ages for me, I thought it best to find work here, as writing letters is too draining with delays similar to sending a letter in a bottle from an island. It was my good luck that 3 prisoners in a row who worked as a tailor in the laundry fixing broken prisoner clothes could all read the Quran but not the instruction manual for the sewing machine. And instead of fixing the broken clothes, they broke the machine. That cost lots of money and the shit piled up. I was held back from other work, probably for political reasons. So I applied for work as a tailor, citing my knowledge of industrial sewing machines due to my side project, Alfred's all-weather solutions, or all-weather shoots in German, right? So basically, Alfred's got himself a little job in the prison laundry fixing clothes, and they're probably doing that on purpose to keep him isolated from other prisoners. Alfred has a way of talking to other prisoners and letting them know what's going on in this world. But to Alfred's pleasant surprise, people already know. So he feels good about that. But if there's anything that they don't know, Alfred's a pretty knowledgeable fella, and he can fill in the blanks for them. And the prison guards and the prison establishment, I don't think the guards really care, but the establishment at the prisons, they do the bidding of the government, who doesn't want people to be well informed. So Alfred's working against the government even while he's in jail. Alfred's like me. Just because you're captured doesn't mean the war's over, and Alfred continues to fight. Well done, brother. Let's see. So it says on December 5th, I started on December 3rd, 2025, I started this job here, and it was a bit overwhelming at first to get to learn the machine and clean up the mess, but it was my chance and I held through, and now I am happy as a pig in shit. Little happy face with ears on it. I have my own little room. Can't be clubbed from behind by some Antifa paid goon as you experienced in Once Free Canada. Yeah, I had a bit of an incident there where someone jumped me from behind, and I almost ended up getting killed. That's just the way it goes when you're taking on the most evil people in the history of the world, right? And if you want to do good for your country, you're just going to keep coming back for more, because until the job's done, there's work to do, right? And I don't want Canadians to be harmed anymore. It is great to just do my work, learn stuff on this machine, and I do meet lots of people who help energize me, us. So I guess Alfred does get to interact with some people, maybe not as much as as he would like perhaps, but he still gets his opportunities. And let me tell you, I know what it is. We seem to operate with the same operating system. Our mission is to get information out to the public, and we're always happy to discuss things with the public and be a good ambassador between our movement, which is basically a nationalist movement, and every nation is represented by its own nationalists. And we're going up against the globalists who work out of Israel, and they want an Israeli world government, and we're all opposing this. We don't want to have a nationalist world government. We want to have our own countries and be in charge of our own things. So that's all we're doing, but we're working together because we have to, because we have a common enemy. And he says, one tiny example to make my point. A fellow German, brackets, we are the smallest minority here, end brackets, 25 years old. When I asked him if he was vaccinated, his reply was as if I had insulted him, and his response was, "You think I've got no fucking brain?" And anyone who doesn't get it by now is beyond help. I congratulated him for his clear reply to this, and this is now the mood that is spreading rapidly amongst the young men who are not allowing anyone to make an ass of them. So that's good to hear that people in Germany, young men, are starting to wake up to the nonsense that's going on, and they're standing up for themselves and not being shamed. I am enjoying growing respect from all people with an IQ above your average fence post. The massive new changes against me are also fantastic. Or, pardon me, the massive new charges against me are also fantastic. So Alfred's welcoming these new charges. He's got some courage, this guy. He might have me beat for having balls, I tell you. I don't know. He's up there, that's for sure. He's done a lot more time than I have. For example, the perfect triangle, number 209, 27 September 2024, at 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 46 seconds. I spoke of the most shameful way to go to your grave. Hey, I'm glad these people are learning. Hallelujah. By God, if FTJ didn't exist, we'd have to invent it. Thanks, crew. We're on track. If there's no flack, it's because you're not over the target. Well, we're definitely over the target, I'll tell you that. We're on track over the target, he says. Yes, we are. Spot on. The lapdogs can yap all they want from their short leash. It does not faze us. 2026 promises to be a deciding year. A great time to be alive. Thanks, everyone, for your letters. We are coming together. They are falling apart. Die Lechten Biebsen die Hundel. In English, the last ones get eaten by the dogs. Best regards, Alfred Schaefer. So that's it. It's good to hear from Alfred Schaefer. And if you'd like to write to Alfred Schaefer, I'll include his mailing address in the description. Like I said, I was a political prisoner myself, and I may be one again. And what you like to do is get letters from people. It tells you that people are out there, they're aware of your situation, and they're grateful that you've made the sacrifice to try and save them from the Zionist communists. All right, so it's a really good thing to write to Alfred. It's good to support him. You don't have to write an extensive letter, but maybe just say hi to him, obviously, and wish him the best, and let him know what you're doing, perhaps. Maybe some news from your life will take Alfred's minds off of his problems. Because as brave as he is, I'm sure that he'd like to have a little escape himself. And maybe if you could describe your life to him and your daily activities, perhaps, and maybe some things that you've noticed in the news. Basically, Alfred, I'm sure, would love to hear these things from you. And if he has the opportunity to write you back, I think he'll do that. All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody, for watching. And that's pretty much it. So let's not forget Mr. Alfred Schaefer. He's a superhero, this guy. He's super brave. And he's my brother. I love this guy. He's a great person. All right. You guys have a great day. All the best to all of you. Thank you.